Hello guys, I would like to share some of my thoughts in this video for the upcoming match against Arsenal. I would be sharing our past rivalry, our strengths and weaknesses, potential adjustment mid-matches, possible lineup, Šeško's inclusion, our predicted build-up against them, our pressing, a small preview on Arsenal, their tactical setup in this match, and at last the final match prediction. So let's dive in it. The rivalry context. History looms large over this fixture. United have won 99 times to Arsenal's 90. A victory tonight would make it a century of triumphs for the Red Devils. But here's the catch. Arsenal have scored in each of their last 11 league visits to Old Trafford. In fact, United have managed just 2 wins in their last 18 Premier League home games against the Gunners. Advantage Arsenal, at least on paper. For United, this is more than just an opening day fixture. After a dismal 15th place finish last season and a heartbreaking Europa League final loss, the Red Devils are desperate to turn a corner. Ruben Amorim has wasted no time in the transfer market, bringing in firepower Benjamin Šeško, Matheus Cunha, and Bryan Mbeumo. Expect a United side that looks raw, unpredictable, but with plenty of bite. Key absences: Lisandro Martinez and Mazraoui out. Defensive worries remain. Player to watch: Benjamin Šeško, the big Slovenian striker, tipped as United's future spearhead, may just announce himself on this stage. Tactical note: Amorim's likely 3-4-2-1, relying on wingbacks and Fernandes as the creative heartbeat. Key battles to watch: Saka versus United's left flank. Can Ødegaard or Shaw handle the prolific winger? Fernandes versus Ødegaard. The two captains and creators. Whoever dictates tempo could decide the game. Gyökeres versus Šeško. Swedish goal machine and our Zlatan reborn/aerial beast. Tactical note: Amorim's likely 3-4-2-1, relying on wingbacks and Fernandes as the creative heartbeat. Strengths: directness. Amorim's press, quick attack transitions. Mbeumo's runs could trouble Arsenal's backline. Bruno/Cunha's creativity between the lines offers unpredictability. Weaknesses: high press risks our backline, exposed to Saka and Martinelli if bypassed. Casemiro can be overrun if Arsenal's midfield rotates quickly. United may lack cohesion in the back three. Having to lick up with Casemiro could create risks during our build-up since he is not that good on the ball. Potential adjustment mid-match. If Arsenal dominate possession, Amorim may drop into a 5-4-1 with wingbacks deep. In this case, counters would focus on releasing Mbeumo, Ahmad, Cunha, and Ødegaard directly. A way that could be United's best route to goal. Now let's dive into some tactical build-up according to my prediction. Onana starts the build-up playing the ball to Shaw in the left-hand side. Shaw quickly shifts the ball to Ødegaard, who then looks for the dropping run of Cunha. With possession secured, Cunha has 2 options: carry the ball forward into the opposition half or release a forward pass in a mount to accelerate the attack. In this build-up phase, Onana plays into Casemiro, who holds possession at the base of midfield. As Casemiro looks forward, Mbeumo drops deeper to create the illusion of receiving, drawing his marker with him. That movement opens up space on the flank for Ahmad, and Casemiro exploits it with a perfectly weighted long ball into his path. In this second phase, Bruno takes control in central midfield and is presented with 5 options. First, he can look long and pick out Ahmad with a direct ball. Second, he can feed Mbeumo, who drops deeper to receive. Third, as Mount drops in his space, it creates room for both Cunha and Mbeumo to make forward runs into the box. Fourth, he can switch play with a long ball out wide to Ødegaard on the flank. And finally, the 5th option is to link directly with Cunha, who drops into the pocket to connect play. United's build-up is showing a new dimension. Casemiro controls the base, switching play with those trademark long balls. Bruno, who sets the tempo and at the heart of it, has 5 or 6 different options every time he receives: short, long, central, or wide. And with Cunha dropping, Mbeumo pulling markers, and the width of Ahmad and Ødegaard, United can hurt opponents in so many different ways. This is a side that can play through you, around you, or over the top, and that variety makes them incredibly hard to stop. In short, build equals patient but vertical using Bruno/Cunha between the lines and Mount as a false nine. Press equals aggressive, angled to trap Arsenal wide, then counter at speed. Here is our possible lineup. Y'all might be thinking, why haven't added Šeško in our first lineup? That's because the reports suggest that Amorim will sub him in during the match and Mount is in a pretty good form recently. But when Šeško gets subbed and his inclusion could shift United to a more potent attacking posture. His readiness makes him a serious candidate for the starting 11. Arsenal's well-practiced 4-3-3, centered around Ødegaard's creativity, offers a balanced mix of control and vertical threat. United, by contrast, are in rebuilding mode under new boss Ruben Amorim. After a dismal 15th place finish, they've hit back with attacking reinforcements including Benjamin Šeško, Cunha Mbeumo, and Matheus Cunha. Expect more direct, high-tempo transitions, the so-called flying V, attack shape built to isolate defenders and strike fast. Let's now dive into predictions. According to reports such as ESPN and Sky Sports, etc., they underline United's offensive limitations and Arsenal's defensive solidity, calling for an Arsenal win, potentially with a clean sheet. But according to my prediction, if Šeško's in the team, then we might get our first 3 points of this season with the scoreline 2-1. A narrow win with Šeško coming out of the bench and scoring the game winner. And guys, I would like to see your predictions in the comment. Let's see Oracle among us. At last, I conclude this video here, and I hope we win this game and have a good season ahead. Subscribe and like the video for more tactical deep dives, player breakdowns, and analysis every week. Glory, glory.